and succulent growers, it's Lynn, and in today's video I'm going to be picking some different types of cactus fruit from my cactus plants that's ready for the fruit seed harvesting. And the reason why I'm going to be picking these fruits is I'm going to be harvesting the seed from them. And I have made many videos on how to harvest many different types of cactus seed, including all of the ones I'm going to be showing you in this video. So rather than show you the whole process of me picking the fruit and then harvesting each individual one, I'll link all of them videos down below. So if you want to know how to harvest the fruits from your cactus plants to get seed, then do check out all of them videos. I'll link them down below in the video description. This is just a bit of a video vlog of me picking the different types of cactus fruit I've got today that's ready for harvesting, and also showing you some that are not quite ready for harvesting yet, so you know what to look for should you know when to pick. Now, first of all, this is my Rhipsalis pilocarpa, commonly known as the mistletoe cactus because of its lovely shape, of its lovely sort of leaf segments, and also because the little fruits hang down like little berries. Gorgeous red fruits, also little hairs on them. And this has been producing fruit for about 12 months. Believe it or not, guys, these fruits here was actually from last summer's blooming. This is, for me, is both a summer and a winter bloomer. And this is from last summer, and the fruits are only ready to be picked now. And you'll know when they're ready to be picked because they'll be a little bit soft to touch. And they usually go, it depends on the type of cactus. Some of them stay white and some of the berries go clear. This is an epiphytic cactus, and this particular Rhipsalis the berries go very red when they're ready for the picking. But you'll always know when they're ready to pick because they'll go very soft, as in this case here, and they're only just ready to be done now. So I'm just going to be showing you, picking a few of them, and doing that with all the different types of cactus plants. Now, what I've done first of all, I've got here a little container to collect the seed pods, and also wrote down what it is. For example, here, Rhipsalis pilocarpa, and the date I'm harvesting the seed, September 2022. Cactus seed can keep for several years or more, as long as you keep the seed in a cool, dry place away from heat and dampness. So any seeds you harvest now, you don't have to worry about sowing them for next year or the year after, even if you haven't got the opportunity to sow them straight away. And here we go. I'm going to show you picking them, and I'm going to show you what it looks like when it's all been picked. So first off is this one. And when it comes to picking the fruit, you just want it, as I say, ready for harvesting. They should come away very easily, just with a gentle pull like that, as if you're just picking raspberries or blackberries or strawberries. If they're hard to come off, best to leave it till they're a little bit more ready for the picking. But this all depends obviously on the type of cactus. So the Rhipsalis, very easy to just pick as if you're just picking strawberries. Woohoo! That's the seed harvesting there for my Rhipsalis pilocarpa cactus. Tons and tons of fruit seed pods there, and plant looks a lot clean. It's also preparing it ready for its winter flowering as well by removing the fruit. There's some more still a little bit at the back that aren't quite ripe yet, so I'm going to have to leave them. But that's the majority of them all taken. And while I'm talking about this, I just want to mention, yes, cactus fruit is edible. You can eat these berries. I've actually tried them in the past, and they taste like little sort of cherries. They're quite nice, actually. Sometimes they can be sweet, sometimes not. But I do recommend not eating them if, for example, you're using systemic insecticides and things like that, because remember, if you're using them on your plants and then you eat the fruits, you're going to be taking that inside. I would only really use neem oil, so it would be completely harmless to eat as well. So no problem there, but just bear that in mind. That's the first lot. Hee hee, happy days. Now the next one is my Rhipsalidopsis, commonly known as the Easter cactus. I've got 3 different types in here, and happy to say there is fruit seed pods there, and they are soft and easily ready for the picking. There's also some more as well at the back here somewhere. I know there is. Have a look. Yep, they're here. These are actually not ready to pick yet. You can still see that they're very green, and that's how you know that they're not ready for the picking. They're also very, very firm as well, so you want to wait till they take on a yellow appearance like that and they feel a bit squashy. So here we go, and again I've got my little thing wrote out, Rhipsalidopsis Easter cactus and the date of harvest them. Now this is another Rhipsalis here. This is just starting to form fruits from this summer's flowering, but you can see they're very green, still not ready for the harvesting there. So let's get picking these again. You just want to twist them, come off very easy, as if you're just picking just strawberries, blackberries, etc. There we go, there's a seed harvest in there. Not as many fruits as my Rhipsalis, obviously. I just want to mention that Rhipsalidopsis now sort of comes under the Schlumbergera family as well. They're always changing the names of these. But Easter cactus is what I'll always know it as, and Rhipsalidopsis. Happy days. Now here I am with one of my epiphytic epiphyllums, and this is Epiphyllum Chichi Castanengo. Lovely big seed fruit pod there, ready for the picking. And I've done a few picking off the seed pods on my epiphyllums the other day. I did my Pegasus there and also my Mrs. G beams. I've got seed pods already. This one is now ready to pick as well. Again, the same thing, just one seed pod on this. And epiphyllums are a little bit bigger seed pods than other ones, and you need to squeeze them to check when they're ready. This has been taking about a year to get ready to pick as well, and nice and squishy, a bit like a very mini dragon fruit. And rather than just pull it, you want to twist these carefully. As I said, I've made many seed harvesting videos on all these cactus I'm showing you in this video, so a lot more detail about that, so do check that. Look at that, lovely. And yes, they are tasty, like mini dragon fruits. So that's that one, just one, but I'm sure there's going to be plenty of seed in there. Now here I am in the polytunnel. We've had a lot flowering, but most of them are still developing seed pods. And just show you an example here, Echinopsis. I cross-pollinated these about 2 weeks ago, and you can see that there's a seed pod forming there, very green. This is the two I crossed together, and a seed pod forming. And I did make a video at the time when I was cross-pollinating these, so just let you know it's been a success. Very happy, but it's going to be probably a good few weeks, possibly even to next spring by the time these are actually ready to harvest. But I just want to show you what they look like. You can clearly tell that's not ready yet. Sometimes these can ripen up pretty quickly in a few weeks. I might have seed next month, but sometimes when it's later in the year, such as now, it may not be to the following year. You can never tell with cactus seed fruit pods. They can take a while. But here I'm going to go and show you my Mammillarias. Now this is, we've got two here. Got a lot of cactus seed to harvest on these Mammillarias, and these are our Spinosimas, Mammillaria Spinosima red-headed Irishman, because they're lovely red spines. And I say I've made a whole video on how to harvest seeds from Mammillaria, and I go into a lot more detail on that. As I mentioned, all them videos are down below. This is more just a vlog of me picking them. And with Mammillaria's fruit seed, you'll know when it's ready. I'll just come around the other side, because they will start to go. They can take a long time to get ready, and these fruits here again is from last year's, because they're a little bit different to other types of cactus. The flower doesn't necessarily die back and then form a fruit pod. The flowers will completely go on the Mammillarias, and the following year they'll spring up from in between the areoles, all of these fruits. So very lovely. And when you can see them fleshy like that, for example here, I've got two examples on here of when they're sort of very fleshy, and also when they're dried up. Now you can pick them when they're fleshy as well, with using some tweezers. I find it's easy to pick them up. When they're fleshy though, you do have to put them onto a piece of kitchen paper or absorbent paper to separate the pulp. But when they're dry like this, it's much easier, because you can just pluck them out and then just rub them with your fingers and the dry seed falls out. So that's very easy with this. So what I'm going to be doing here, there's a lot of seed on this red-headed Irishman, but I'm just going to pick a few just to show you a bit of an example in the video, because otherwise it's going to take me ages to sit down and take all of these seed pods out. Again, I've got the little container, Mammillaria Spinosima red-headed Irishman, September 22, and I just want to mention here, these are ones I've grown from seed as well, from my own plants, little Mammillarias, very, very cute. So what you want to do here is, as I've mentioned, a piece of long-handled tweezers are great for reaching these, because you can't really use your hands with them because of the spines, and just gently. They should come out really easy when they're ready for the harvesting. And that's some of them picked there. As I say, I've got a lot more to do, but that's a little bit for today. And I'll just show you the difference. That's the fleshy fruit there, and then when it dries it goes into this brown pod. But as soon as it goes into that fleshy fruit, it's ready to pick as long as it's soft. But I personally, as I mentioned, if you leave it to dry, you can just crunch it between your fingers and the seed comes out much easier than having to separate the pulp. Now this is some more of my Ripsalis plants. This is Ripsalis terras, and it's forming seed pods, as you can see, but these are not ready for the picking either because they're still very lime green. And these type of seed pods on this particular Ripsalis go very sort of translucent, almost like mini gooseberries, so it could be good few weeks, possibly even months, before these are ready for the picking. Now the last one today I'm going to pick is my Thanksgiving cactus, Schlumberger truncata, or one of them anyway. I have a lot of different types of Schlumbergera in my collection. I've got many out in the yard as well, enjoying a bit of rain right now. And this seed pod here has took a whole year to get ready to ripen. And again, you'll know when it's ready to ripe because it will go a lovely deep colour there, depending on the type of cactus. And this left over here, if you want to know what that is, that's the old dried flower from last year, the old flower part. And this is the lovely juicy fruit that develops. So just literally twisting it off there, and again putting it in there. And as I mentioned, I've made quite a few videos as well on how to harvest the seed from Schlumbergera Christmas and Thanksgiving cactus and Easter cactus. So that's the last one today. Wonderful. Now while I'm showing you seed pods, I just want to show you this. This is our Cereus Jamakaru that was blooming beautiful a few weeks ago. It's double bloomed for us this year. And this is forming a fantastic seed pod. Underneath this copper foil, I don't know whether you can see, I just lift it slightly there so you can see it. A lovely juicy seed fruit pod, very excited about that. And the reason why I've got this copper foil loosely wrapped around the seed pod is because, as you can see there, it's been attacked by slugs or snails or both. And the copper wire is really good to prevent slugs from attacking the seed pods, even though developing flowers as well, because I find slugs love flowers, and especially the juicy seed pods when they're forming. So this copper wire works well. I discovered this a couple of weeks ago and it was just starting to form its fruit, so I put this copper wire loosely around, and they haven't come back since. I also use it on some of the larger seedlings as well, so Trichocereus, and as you can see the slugs have bit the top off them. Really annoying because they hit the growing tip, but the copper wire has stopped them from coming back. So a little bit of a tip, and I have made a video on how to use copper wire to prevent slugs and snails from eating your cactus, and I'll link that video above. Woohoo! That's all these lovely fruits picked now. It's the pickings for today. And if you want to know how to grow cactus from seed, then I've made a video on how to grow cactus from seed. So do check that video out. I'll link that video up above and also down below in the video description. And as I mentioned, I've made complete how to harvest these fruit seed pods to get seeds from them, and there's a whole load of videos on there. I've also got a playlist as well, and I'll link all them videos down below should you want to get pick your cactus fruits and get seed from them. And thank you so much for watching, everyone, and for lots more tips and tricks on how you can care for and grow many different types of cactus and succulents, then please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to click the notification bell. Also, please do give this video a like. And you can also check out my website, desertplantsofAvalon.com, for regular articles as well as lots of care tips on how to grow and care for many different types of cactus and succulents. I want to wish you all an incredible cactus-powered day!